What's going on, everyone? Sports back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the trade that happened yesterday with the Toronto Blue Jays, and it is regarding Randal Grichuk. As the Toronto Blue Jays have traded Randal Grichuk to the Colorado Rockies in exchange for a left-handed bat and an outfielder, Raimel Tapia, who spent quite a while with the Rockies throughout his career. A lot of people probably know him. He's 28 years of age. He's a speedy guy. He could play in a couple of positions around the outfield. He could probably play all of them if you need him to. And since entering the league in 2016, he's spent all 6 seasons with the Rockies in 439 games. But the Blue Jays, in addition to getting Raimel Tapia, they also get a prospect, and that prospect apparently is a mid-end prospect, so it's nothing crazy. He's an infielder, Adrian Pinto, and the Jays also trade $9.7 million in cash. So the Jays trade Randal Grichuk and just shy of $10 million cash for Raimel Tapia and Adrian Pinto. Randal Grichuk, he had a pretty good year last year. He hit 22 home runs with 81 RBIs. He hit 241. This is kind of a tough trade. A lot of Jay fans, they don't really love Randal Grichuk. I like Grichuk. I think he was a good player off the bench. He would have been a good player off the bench this season, and he obviously provides some versatility in that outfield. He could play center field, right field. He's the only thing that doesn't really fit our team right now is that he's a right-handed bat, and that's just something that we don't really need right now. In 8 MLB seasons, he spent 4 with the Jays, 4 with the Cardinals. He's played 883 career games. Let's take a look at his numbers over the course of his career. He had some really good years with the Blue Jays, no question about it. He never really had a crazy hitting year in terms of a batting average. He was kind of always around the mid and then low 200 range. So he hit 245, 232, and 241. But in a small sample size, in just 55 games of 2020, he hit 273. With the Blue Jays, he had a 25 home run season, a 31 home run season, a 12 home run year that in the shortened season, and then a 22 home run year just this past year. So Randal Grichuk was, there was nothing wrong with him as a player at all. The only thing that I think the only reason we really made this move is because you dump off a right-handed bat and you get a left-handed bat, which is something we really need, and we're getting that in Raimel Tapia. Let's take a look now at Raimel Tapia, a guy who is not really as good of a hitter as Randal Grichuk. Home run-wise, he doesn't have as much power. Really has nothing near the power that Randal Grichuk has, as he's only hit 19 home runs over the course of his season, over the course of his career. But he's a career 280 hitter, so that's very good, in 1,320 at-bats. So there's nothing wrong with that at all. I think the Jays are getting a speedy guy who's a left-handed bat coming off the bench. He's 28 years of age. He just turned 28, so he's not old. He's not young. He's at a decent age. He strikes out quite a bit, which is something that is you don't really love. He struck out 262 times in his career. So that's not amazing, but at the end of the day, like I said, he's a career 280 hitter. If you take a look at his stats from the 2020 shortened season, he actually hit 321 in 51 games. So he was obviously very good that season. He walks quite a bit. Over the course of his career, he's walked 87 times, so that's a pretty good number, including 40 walks this past year in 487 at-bats. So he walks a decent amount. He's a guy who's going to come in here, bat from the left hand, the left side of the plate. He's going to give you good at-bats. He's going to bring you speed. I think you're kind of getting... This is a trade for the Blue Jays that if Randal Grichuk is a left-handed hitter, he's a gem for us. We don't trade him. We're not interested in Conforto. We're not interested in Gardner. And I don't know how this trade really affects what the Jays do with, in terms of possibly signing one of those guys. I think it dims down the chances, but I still think the Jays might need to sign someone to possibly be an everyday DH because Do you want to have? I mean, there's nothing wrong with having Raimel Tapia as your DH every day, or Springer maybe as the DH on a daily basis, and Tapia potentially plays center field. It's a very interesting trade. But like I said, if Grichuk is a left-handed hitter, the Jays don't make this trade. I think this is a trade that the Jays aren't losing much. At the end of the day, you're losing some home runs from Grichuk, but do you need those home runs? Definitely, you don't need them. You're going to get them from Matt Chapman. You're going to get them from George Springer, Bo Bichette, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Lourdes Gurriel, Teoscar Hernandez. Everywhere you look, you're going to get home runs from this Blue Jays team. So you definitely don't need the home runs from Raimel Tapia. You're going to get some more base hits than you would with Randal Grichuk. You're getting in Raimel Tapia. So I think this trade is... There's nothing wrong with this trade from a Blue Jays standpoint. As a fan, I don't mind it. I wish Randal Grichuk nothing but the best with the Colorado Rockies. But overall, guys, the Jays don't get better. They don't get worse with this trade. They stay pretty even. And like I said, I think they're getting, I think Raimel Tapia and Randal Grichuk they're pretty even players for the Blue Jays team right now, but obviously Raimel Tapia probably has a bit more value just because he bats from the left-handed side of the plate. So that's, I think, what the Blue Jays really liked in this deal, and I think that's why they made it. But that's really all I got in this video, guys. You guys let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on this trade between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Colorado Rockies. Just to remind you guys, I'll be live in about 20 minutes or so. Under 20 minutes, probably about 10 minutes. I'm going to be live at 8:10 Eastern Time. We're going to be talking whatever you guys want to talk about. Giants, Leafs, Raptors, Blue Jays. Come on by and hang up for about an hour and a half. We're going to briefly talk any sports or anything you guys want to talk about. So come on by. And like I said, leave a comment, all that good stuff down below. And as always, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys new. See you guys all in the next video. Let's go, Blue Jays.